And we're live to YouTube, baby.
Hello.
Hello, Internet. I love you.
The Oddcast. Can I just say something
This is the
before?
energy we're giving today.
Mainly because my fucking arms are dying.
Oh, from your snowblower?
No, not from my snowblower. So this last year, I think I've become I'm working on becoming my final form, and it's extremely powerful, and I don't want to overwhelm people. I glow up. I glow, which is cool. I have my Link arm warmers. The fucking Black Power Ranger axe. And now the fucking Halo Nerf gun. I'm missing a top, a pants, and some boots, and I am in my final form. Like,
yeah, mind you, I'm so glad that you like that. I'm glad it actually is bigger than I thought. I thought it was gonna be tiny.
yeah, this thing is fucking. The boxes that it came in is almost the size of Heather. Actually, if you will indulge me,
We all get kicked out of that
I'll
one.
get the box because it's ridiculous. I'll be
Oh,
right
he's
back.
actually wearing pants.
Yes,
That's good.
I went shopping.
I've
So,
been in that house.
Yeah, I've been there multiple times.
I can still hear you.
We're aware, Anthony.
Anyway, Michael,
Yeah.
how's the worst nostalgia trip? Have you killed yourself yet? Are you a ghost yet?
No. Holy shit, that's a huge box.
That's a big old box.
Why did it come in that big of a box? That seems like such a waste of space. They literally could have just printed the label and put it on the damn thing.
Yeah,
This
they
is-
could have, but it's just
That is insane.
it's amazingly ridiculous.
Fucking hell.
And also,
Anyway, did you
I don't
put
know what
batteries in
else Yeah.
it?
no, Heather's is much louder and scarier. Because mine uses four C batteries. Also, C batteries. What the fuck, Nerf? Hers uses 6.
Hers also shoots little balls.
Yeah. Yeah, at a much higher velocity. I mean, this is still pretty fucking bitchin'.
I'm gonna regret that purchase as soon as I'm up there. I'm gonna regret both of them. I'm gonna have
You
to
bet
defend.
your
I'm gonna have
ass.
to buy one for myself. But you know what I'm gonna buy myself? I'll buy myself like they have a chain gun one. I'll just get the chain gun and just I'll do this, baby.
The one that's $120. Yeah.
Yeah, get the.
I mean, I thought I
most
looked at the prices for those
expensive
or
thing
anything.
possibly find. Anyway, guys, thank you for both being here.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're welcome. So Monday we have the finals coming for Hanna-Barbera. Fun times. They're gonna be a fun time there. We're also gonna have a guest on there. We're gonna have James coming in. My good old buddy James there, Husky Poo.
And let me explain some bullshit. I am upset with our audience.
Is it because I
we
voted
have an
twice because I have 2
upset-
Twitter accounts and almost like created 3 more just to make sure I can vote?
No, not at all. The reason why I'm upset with our audience is because I too was voting, and then it was Popeye versus Woody Woodpecker, and majority of people want Woody Woodpecker. Fuck you.
Most people
Fuck
want
yeah, they
Woody
do.
Woodpecker over Popeye.
I
I had to update James on like our scoring and like the categories, all that shit. And he even said Popeye and Woody Woodpecker was going to be the hardest thing out of the whole first run of it. And I'm like, maybe, I don't know. But apparently everybody wants Woody Woodpecker.
Yep.
Some of them, I'm kind of Not surprised by. Like, where are you, Scooby-Doo versus 13 go? I figured Scooby-Doo would just go, like, where are you is going to go.
Yeah. I feel like
there's no way that it was going to lose, so.
What's going to happen? It's going to come down to Scooby-Doo and Tom and Jerry.
Oh, I can almost bet you that's or Wacky Races. Wacky Races was also off to a great start right off the get-go. Beating the shit out of Flintstones.
Flintstones fucking suck.
Well, no one likes the Flintstones.
Doing good.
I saw your tweet, by the way, Jared. I don't hate all animals, just anthropomorphized ones that wear fucking ties.
So Yogi Bear, Magilla Gorilla,
I thought
Huckleberry Hound.
Gorilla didn't make it.
He has suspenders and pants and a hat. All he's missing is a tie.
Yeah, so he doesn't have a tie. Huckleberry Hound sometimes wears a bolo tie, so
that also explains why Mike hates the Flintstones.
The ties?
The tie. Fred is wearing a tie.
Oh my god, I forgot Fred's wearing a fucking tie. Son of a bitch.
Yabba dabba didn't. I feel like actually my face is a little too flushed with that.
Why does he have a fucking tie? Oh, eat a dick. Eat a dick.
Because he works at the stone quarry with the dinosaurs. God.
Because OSHA laws haven't been invented yet, Jared.
Yeah, sorry.
Fuck yourself. Well, on that note, we have some, there's some stuff I wanted to cover today.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll go fucking.
I'll quit fucking around. It's fine.
So no, we have some stuff to cover, but we got a ton of stuff we wanted to talk about. Why don't we just say right off the bat, all of us watch WandaVision, so we can pat ourselves in the back, because I know sometimes we lag behind and don't watch it right away. But congratulations! I'm surprised Michael even did.
I did.
So tomorrow.
Oh, it's going to take me till the next week to watch it too.
Hey,
I'm probably going to watch it while I'm at work. I mean, I don't. I fully pay attention and give 100% while I'm at work.
I don't watch fucking speedrun videos on YouTube at work.
No, and you certainly don't watch One Piece.
Oh my god! Okay, so like, this is a much bigger undertaking than I realized. It's day 3. I Snapchatted Anthony, and I was like, because we don't know when we're going back to the office. Me and Anthony work at the same building, if that wasn't clear. We don't know when we're going back to the office. Yeah. And so I was like, I'm going to start One Piece. Do you think I'll be done with it by the time we go back to the office? You guys, I forget how slow it is at the start. Just, it's, I'm I think 14 episodes in, because I can't just sit down and binge One Piece because it's not a bingeable show. So I'll like watch 2 episodes and then have to watch like fucking CNN or some shit just to have like a mental palate cleansing. That's how fucking bad it is. No, they haven't even got the chef yet, guys. They're getting ready to get the chef. They just finished up with Usopp, and he's on their pirate ship. I'm at the one where the fucking samurai dude, where Zoro's giving flashbacks to the chick he wanted to like fucking marry when he was younger, but she died of cancer. I don't know. It never says.
I think she dies by falling off the. Mike, you're on episode what?
Falling off a cliff.
14, I think is when I started. 14, 15.
You have 6 more episodes until Sanji shows up.
Oh my god, how is that even possible? Hang on, I might be further then. I might be. Hold on.
That might be the worst.
It can't be.
I just want to say, I am a fan of One Piece, but I have only watched up until like the midway through the Punk Hazard saga.
I'm at episode.
So I gotta be honest here. I don't watch a whole
time where Sanjay comes in.
Okay.
I'm on episode 20. In 3 days, I've covered 20 episodes. Only 844 more to go.
Jared, no one's hearing what you're saying.
Yeah, sorry.
We're having our own. We're having our own go. Yeah, and I just want to say, because I'm partial way through Punk Hazard, which is season 16.
Which
is episode 579 is when it begins.
Is that before or after the break, right? Because like One Piece One Piece was trending about 2 weeks ago, and I got really nervous that they dropped like 6 more seasons all at once, and I got real nervous.
It was trending because comic or manga 1000 came out.
Oh, also, can I say I thought I had seen the first couple episodes. Turns out I started on episode 5, and I never actually seen the beginning episodes. So,
oof. I mean.
Also, just a real plug. If you have some sort of streaming service that gets Adult Swim content, SSSS Gridman. The first episode dropped, I think, last Saturday. It's so good, so good. SSSS Gridman is Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. It's a throwback. It's fucking amazing, and I love every minute of it. So.
Okay, I'll take that. Mm-hmm. I shall take that and account.
Bad Dragon, please sponsor us. We're still waiting for that Bad Dragon sponsorship. We keep bringing it up, only because we have people that are like legitimately pushing us to try to get that. So if you know somebody at Bad Dragon, please send in a good word. We have somebody that would actually test it.
And what? How it's an episode based on Bad Dragon plugs.
Yes, an episode about Bad Dragon. Let's do it.
And this is the mold. It's a weightlifter's forearm way to his wrist and 2 knuckles. So, and we just have him stick that in the mold, and then we pour in and see flexible polyurethane.
Dude. It would be so fun.
Yeah, because you gotta wonder.
A dildo mold, like just like that.
Yeah, it's just a whole like a baby's arm. Like they literally have one that's a baby's arm.
Baby's arm holding an apple.
Yep.
I mean, I was helping my friend Austin Palamation. I was helping him move last Saturday, and eventually we just started talking about butt plugs. Well, because Austin really likes Mario, and he really wants to own like all the Mario merch he can, and he came across this Mario butt plug.
Butt plug?
Was it a bullet bill? Was it a bullet bill?
No, it was. So the butt plug was regular, but there was the fucking end flag sticking out with Mario on it. And then it was amazing. And then we just started talking about which amiibo would be the best one to stick up in your ass.
Okay. Got some weird.
It turns out there was Let me see if I can find this Mario butt plug. Oh yeah, there it is.
If you find a Mario butt plug,
don't worry, I've already found it.
Oh please!
It took me half a second. I googled Mario butt plug. Oh yeah, it's not like it's being in use.
Oh, thank God. Okay, yeah, show us a Mario butt plug then. Suck it, YouTube. What are you gonna do about it?
Demonetize us? But oh my God!
Oh wow!
It's
I don't think
one.
If Mario knew where that flagpole ended, he wouldn't be that happy.
Well, after World 1-1 comes World 1-2, which is deep underground.
Well, that's when Mario gets it done. That's just that's just in Peach's asshole, and he just slides down it. That's how he ends the very last level of the game.
You know what I fucking hate?
Oh, what do you hate? Let's get it out. What do you got for a rant?
I fucking hate snow. I hate everything about it. I hate how it's cold. I hate how it's sticky. I hate how it freezes. I hate it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I hate it because now my good friend Bert, love the man. Bert. He, for my housewarming, he got me a snowblower, which is amazing. So awesome. And I used it last year, and it was amazing and helped out so much. And I went to go use it this yesterday because we had enough snow. I'm like, okay, I should run it anyways. This is enough snow that I can actually use it, but not like so much that it's going to be a pain in the ass. So I'm pulling on the fucking string, and then, and there I am holding the handle, and about 4 inches of string.
Oh, that's right. You sent us a Snapchat about that. Yeah.
Yep. I lost. It broke. There's an electric start. We don't have an extension cord in this house, which is really weird. We have Christmas lights, and we have like.
I'm not sure what to say about that for you.
We have
surge protectors.
Thank you. Yes, surge protectors.
I don't know how I got there with that idea, but goddamn, I figured you were just plugging in multiple things. Is that what you're going for?
Okay. So we have that. So we don't have extension cords. So it has an electric start that I've never used before because I'd never know how to start it. But it's gonna be $30 and plus a case of beer for inviting Heather's dad over to fix it.
Yep, sounds about right.
Because I'm confident in myself. I think I could do it, but I know he can't.
Fair. Hand it to the man who can do it.
Yeah. The man who lays carpet as a hobby.
Interesting.
Someone at work told me I look very angry on my webcam.
You are. You're our angry little Mexican.
Hey guys, it's me, Jeremy. Just wanted to say thank you for telling me. Thank you for your service. I really appreciate it. I'm here, can't do anything. Became my penis and my alligator wife. Feel free to check out the bonus episodes coming soon. It'll be featuring me as the lead star because I am better than Jeremy. And Jeremy can dick my balls. Frontman out.
I agree, Seth. Beer for labor is a good trade. I have never paid this man ever in my life. I only give him beer.
Bonus points. Bonus points if you can find his beer because it's out fucking everywhere.
Which is Ham's Lights. But I'm just saying, as a Mexican, that's what we did. Like my Uncle Steve, who looked like Danny Trejo, you want something done with him, you give him a case of beer, and he's like, "All right, what do you need?"
Sounds like my grandpa Vic. Big old Sicilian man that he is. You give him a case of beer, and he'll come fix the tractor.
Don't you love that? And then there's people like nowadays, like, I want a case of beer. No, buy me a pizza.
Like, all right, what is that? All right, yeah, that's fair. See, am I gonna go to the garage and pay a couple $100, or am I just gonna go like $25 and you'll do it yourself? I'm gonna go pizza route. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Austin could have paid people to help him move, or he could have bought 3 pizzas for I don't know how many people were there. Don't worry, everyone. We were wearing masks until we all sat down around and ate.
Oh yeah, and then you all got up and coughed in each other's face, right?
No, we had an orgy. We all blew each other.
You painted each other blue, right? That's the lesson of the day, kids. So I want to talk a little bit about. There's a lot of MCU news coming around and a lot of shit that has just started to fly out of the floodgate. And I kind of wanted to cover over some of it here today because, man, there's just so much to talk about. And there's not enough time in a day, so I rounded up the biggest things that have been coming out. Oh, Seth. So first off, what do we got from Seth? Oh yeah, Seth. That's Anthony's gun.
Oh, I do have some news of MCU news. Apparently, Black Widow is going to be delayed again.
Yeah, I heard that. There was originally saying it was going to be released on Disney Plus, where the original that was the report, was that was tossed around, but apparently they didn't like that. And now it's going to be delayed again, which is fucking dumb.
I mean, I mean, not really. This is going to sound kind of sexist, and I don't mean it to be. I promise I don't mean it to be. I really don't. I'm trying to be much better about shit. That's why I'm. Yep. It's fine.
Is why he's fucking both men and women.
Yes, exactly.
No, it's fucking stupid. I don't understand.
It's really not. If you considering the quote unquote success of Wonder Woman on HBO Max,
but that's a terrible
to Disney Plus. Right. Well, that's the thing. Do you want to be compared as the next female dominant or female protagonist superhero movie to come out after Wonder Woman 84 has done so well, just mounds and above what they've expected, right? Do you want to immediately follow that with Black Widow, or do you actually want to wait if you go by science and shit like that, where towards the end of summer is where we might actually get to the point where theaters can open safely and allow it to be released in all its glory there. And again, that sounds worse than it is because of the success of Wonder Woman. No. But exactly.
You're honestly right, because people really didn't go out of their way to get an HBO Max subscription. And
I mean,
people who have Disney Plus already are going to continue to use Disney Plus. They're not going to. No, the MCU people already have Disney Plus for like fucking WandaVision and everything that's coming out.
Yep.
People already have that
on there. But I feel HBO Max ran into the same issue that they'd run into with Disney Plus, which is anybody that has it isn't going to be anybody who didn't want to see these things before anyway. Which is the same thing everyone's pointing out. However, I hate that they're going to delay Black Widow again, because you can't use Wonder Woman as a full reference, because Wonder Woman was just not good in general. Nobody out there has agreed on it was good. Like, no, everybody hears the same thing.
But it could be better.
Yeah. Jared, the thing is like, you can say it wasn't a good movie for all you want. Shut up, Seth. You can say it wasn't a good movie for all. How do you know that the Black Widow movie is going to be any better than the Wonder Woman movie was, given the reputation that the MCU has had? Bang out contenders much more than DC. You still can't judge something on it hasn't been out yet, because it might be the worst fucking movie ever. You think back, if we go back to Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel did amazing, but there was a huge campaign with Brie Larson all the way up to it, just like there was with Black Panther. You don't have that same for Black Widow, and you didn't have the same for Wonder Woman. It's just not the same hype. So that's why I'm saying it's a good thing they're delaying it.
I think they should just release it for us, because we've been waiting for it since fucking last year.
But here's the thing also, how much does it play into the... Go ahead, sorry.
But here's my other point. So Black Widow just keeps getting delayed. But unlike the other things we heard before, like when Disney bought Fox, for example, they delayed Dark Phoenix and New Mutants initially, and they said these movies are fucking awful. We're going to have to reshoot a shit ton of them to make them even somewhat salvageable, and just hope we don't fully kill ourselves putting them out there. So they did that. However, Black Widow keeps getting... And we're not hearing that about these. We're hearing a lot of things about, like, the characters saying they enjoyed playing in the movie. They had a lot of fun with the movie when they made it. They're excited for when it does come out. There hasn't been anybody, like, inside like they did with Fox. It's like, this movie's awful. We can't release it. It's been the opposite. And it's like, then just fucking release the damn thing.
Well, no, you don't want to release it because you know you're going to make more money in the theater. Here's the thing. We know that the Black Widow movie is a prequel to most of the movies that have come out before, right? So it's not playing into the bigger scheme of the multiverse going forward. It can be released on its own, and it's fine. That's why they're going to save it. It's one of those movies. Mm-hmm. So...
No, it's a fair point. It just I don't know, man.
No, here's what it comes down to.
Also,
and
go ahead.
They're gonna delay it because they'll make more money in theaters, and that's all they care about.
They will.
Yes, that's what exactly.
The problem
Also,
we're seeing is
if
that
it's
there's
just-
big
if
theater
it's
chains that are also
This
dying.
this much. So I'm gonna argue this on two factors, and
go for it.
one being as much as you want to see this movie now, it's going to be much like Snyder Cut. It's been delayed and everything like that. It's not going to live up to any It's exactly. It's going to not live up to any expectation that you want it to. So it's best that it be delayed and they have theaters where the theaters can make their money on a big grand reopening. 2, theaters were dying before this anyway. They're going to be like our 70s. And it's just going to be a novelty here in the future. Streaming service is where it's at. Everyone knows it. Get over yourself. I'll step off my soapbox now.
This is a fair point. And the other thing is all the things that have been delayed so far have killed off a lot of the major theaters. Like 007, right? That was supposed to really it's gotten delayed a couple times now. It killed Regal theaters. There are no more. Like they shut down with the last delay. And there's a new report out saying they're going to delay 007 again because they won't settle with anybody to put it on a streaming service. So now the other big chains are like, that's the last big movie we had that we had rights in, and if that gets delayed, we're fucked. It's like, oh, so 007 is just going to kill theaters now because they won't fucking release it anywhere.
This is all because of Trolls 2 World Tour.
It really is. It, honest to God, like, as much as I don't want to say it's true. When that dropped for streaming release, it proved to the world that this was possible.
Not just that, though. We also
kind of fucked everything.
Soul was the newest one that they dropped on Disney Plus, and people loved it. So it's like Disney has been releasing things that have killed it on streaming services for them. So I don't know.
And here's the thing with the streaming service, you're not necessarily having to sign the rights over to a chain of movie theaters. You're making your money basically in-house.
Correct.
Without having
they also are doing it like Netflix. So I have a rant. I have a rant about a Netflix movie involving Pauly Shore. I'm bringing back a little segment we used to have called Like or Scram. I'm gonna say this is a lamb because it's sort of a like but also a scram. It was a weird movie. Who here likes Pauly Shore back in the day? You know, in the army now.
Dude, Squeeze the Juice from Encino Man. I love Biodome.
Son-in-law.
Yeah. So, thank you, Son-in-law. That's what I was trying to think of. What the fuck is that one?
He was in that one with, he was the only juror that had a really good room.
Jury duty.
Oh, shit.
Encino Man.
Anyway.
The Goofy
movie. He has a new movie on Netflix called Guest House. I watched it because I was kind of curious. It has Steve Owen as a character.
Hold on, he has a new movie out?
Yeah, on Netflix called The Guest House. So the gist of it is it opens up that a couple buys a house, and Pauly Shore's character is like this burnt out party drug dude who just lives in the guest house and like.
So he's Pauly Shore.
Yeah, he's Pauly Shore living in your guest house.
You didn't say Pauly Shore.
I think this might have been a documentary about his real life. So yeah, he gets into people in the house. The dude who the husband works for Steve-O at like the skateboard company, and Steve-O is playing this like chill, relaxed, weird thing. It's an odd movie. Overall, watch it at your own risk because like, it had some funny moments, but overall, I wouldn't say it was a great Pauly Shore movie that reminded me of anything that I would have liked him in. But it had moments that were likable.
I don't think this thing is a good Pauly Shore movie because
I don't know. I don't
Pauly Shore movie. I mean, you can like a Pauly Shore movie. It doesn't mean it's a good Pauly Shore movie.
That's true.
It's still not a good movie.
Like I love
great
Biodome,
movie.
and that's a terrible movie.
I mean, they're great, terrible movies, but that's what they are. I mean, you couldn't fucking redo that shit nowadays. So, like, if you can't remake a movie, it's not a good movie. It could be a great, terrible movie. It's not a good movie.
No, it's
what about the first Scary Movie? You wouldn't even be able to do that again because Officer Doofy. You would never be able to get away with that.
I hope they never make another Scary Movie. That's fucking terrible.
I really
hated those movies.
What? Oh my god, I love the first and second one. I absolutely fucking love the first and second one.
Yes. Unfortunately, the first and second one are the minority of scary movies. There are 5.
Yeah, the rest of them are... Yeah.
Therefore,
But
you
1 and
hate
2
the
were
scary
fucking
movie
fun.
series.
But whatever. I like 1 and 2. 1 and 2 were fine. Those are the 2 that I can still watch now and laugh my ass off at.
I watched number 2 with Heather, and I had to explain a lot of references because Heather doesn't horror movie.
Saddening.
I know she doesn't
Anyway.
scare movie. I think she's fine with horror, but it's different. You have to find the right horror.
She's good with
Coraline.
thriller.
She likes Coraline. Coraline's technically horror.
Yeah.
Coraline,
I mean, I'm still trying to get her to watch.
Breaks out in a red jumpsuit and starts moonwalking.
I'm still. Well, first of all, it's not a red jumpsuit; it's a red jacket.
Yep.
Well, you have to have red leather pants too, and then like dress shoes.
But you know, the first 2 were the best 2 scary movies are by the Wayans brothers, so no wonder why they're so good.
Yes, the first 2 had the Wayans brothers, and then they left after the second movie, and that's where I've told people, I'm like, that's why 3 had some good moments in it, like genuinely good moments in it, like you would have seen in the first and second, but overall it wasn't great. And
My
then
favorite part
only fell downhill from there.
of the second movie is where fucking the aliens fucking see the president. And he's like, and we pee out our fingers, and the president, who's Leslie Nelson, goes like, "Oh, so we aren't so different." I mean, Leslie Nelson
so different after all.
Like if you're gonna watch Scary Movie 3, just do it for Leslie Nelson.
You know, I heard the same argument for the Naked Gun movies. For as
You've
far as
never
O.J.
seen
Simpson,
Naked Gun,
like, oh no, I love Naked Gun. I'm saying I've heard the same argument. I've heard the same argument for O.J. Simpson. Like O.J. Simpson as a person is not great of a person. However, O.J. Simpson in Naked Gun is fucking great because he's playing a dude that first up just gets the shit kicked out of him. But in those movies, they don't react to the batshit things going on. So, like, he's just trying to complete his job, but getting the absolute shit kicked out of him by everything possible. And it's just, he's great. Anyway, so moving on with MCU news as well. There's a ton of Spider-Man properties that Sony released. They're still doing a Spider-Woman movie. Still moving forward there. Yeah, see, that's the thing. There's no details. Just the title's been released. I believe a director's attached, but there's no further information.
Are we sure that the Spider-Woman movie wasn't just a leak and they're just going to finally put Madam Web in the movies? Do you think?
See, that's what everybody thought, but that was clarified. That was not the case.
Yeah,
everybody
I'll believe it when I see it.
They clarified that Madam Web was not the case, that it is genuinely a Spider-Woman they want to do. There is a director attached.
Because we can always trust them and they would never lie.
Well, here's the other thing. There's also Silver and Black has been seen on the writing board of their timeline of other Spider-Man properties. They want to do Black and Silver for everyone. That is Anti-Venom and Agent Venom. So Eddie Brock is the Anti-Venom and Flash Thompson when he becomes Agent Venom. It's an interesting thing that they have in the timeline, so it's curious what Venom 2 is going to be bringing, if that's something they already have lined up. As well, they also have Spider-Man Dusk was the newest thing leaked out that they have on their timeline of Spider-Verse things they want to do. The quick recap, basically, Peter Parker goes to an alien planet after being framed for murder. Different villains, by the way. It was different villains, but it was the same fallout of like he's been blamed for a murder he didn't commit. Goes to a planet to get away. The guy, Dusk,
Spider-Man
is murdered. Hang on. So Dusk is murdered, who was leading a rebellion.
Right.
As Peter Parker appears, he takes on the Dusk outfit and then does its own thing. Comes back to be a hero, do his thing, but not be Spider-Man. You know, the typical thing like that. But Dusk has been announced, but there's no Peter Parker or Spider-Man attached. So nobody knows if that's going to be Tom Holland or if they're going to bring another Spider-Man back and do him as Dusk. Oh, as well as there's a 2-part Craven movie. And a Carnage movie.
That's
also
Carnage. I don't know if Carnage is good enough to hold his own. I mean, I like the Carnage character. No, like it's nothing against character. Like he's a great character, but I don't know if he can hold his own as like he's more of a force that should be stopped rather than a protagonist or a solo thing. Like
I don't know. Carnage has his own solo stories. And his solo stories are fucking great.
Are they?
You cannot tell me they're not. They are. They're fucking amazing stories. You got Carnage USA, Maximum Carnage. The Absolute Carnage was the last thing they just had done. Anthony's getting robbed.
Is that a fucking helicopter?
Probably. Is it landing?
I don't know. I can't see it. It must be on the other side of the house. Sometimes I forget that there's an airport where I live.
I'm looking something up for making a point.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will just fill up the air with words.
All of it. Yeah, you need red pants.
Yeah, but it's not a jumpsuit. That's the difference. A jumpsuit is a single piece of clothing. That is clearly a red jacket and red pants.
That's what you need to do.
My eyes can't open up that wide.
I don't think anybody's open up that wide.
Jared, not only do I have the Pettis eyes, which are these tiny little almond eyes, but I also have a very large brow.
Yeah, see, then you'll just be
like I can cover my eye completely.
Head. He can crush walnuts. Like go.
Seth, Naked Gun Police Squad were amazing. I agree.
Not going to.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Seriously, really? Like Naked Gun is fucking amazing.
Sounds stupid.
And I'm glad he actually brought in Police Squad, because that's where Naked Gun came from. There was a TV show called Police Squad, and then they spun it off into Naked Gun later as a comedy. But they're both good.
Sounds either.
Leslie Nielsen is fucking amazing.
I'm not gonna watch either. Yeah. I'm gonna go out of my way to make sure I never watch either of them.
What?
We will watch Airplane.
Amazing.
No,
Especially Airplane. Come on, now.
The best part about Airplane is the fact that is a comedy that stars people who aren't comedians.
Yes.
So all their lines are delivered so dryly and like perfectly, like they're in a serious situation. But it's just like it's amazing. I would say it's
Naked
one of my
Gun
top
does
two
the same
comedies.
thing. Like, okay, so I shout out to another podcast that Anthony knows who it is. Michael, you probably know who they're too. Cinema Sincere. They recently were talking about movie scenes, and they actually brought up Naked Gun, and I love this scene too. When he takes over the girl who's training to drive, and he has her like chase and whatever, and they get into a crash, and the inspector tells the woman, he's like, "Okay, roll down your window, extend forearm, point up and your middle finger, say fuck you, re-roll window, back up." He's like marking points on her driver's license. It's fucking great. It's just this chaos is happening and everyone's just acting like it's perfectly normal, and he's still being like this great detective even though it's all just hell. Fucking fantastic. Anyway, so that's MCU stuff. That's Sony, Spider-Man. There's just a lot of shit getting thrown around by Sony, and nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. There's a new deal, so they're bringing all the Sony stuff over, but nobody knows what's really going on. So I just had to get that out. Oh, so anyway, my friend of the show is receiving something, and I'm going to give them. I'm going to shout it out here on the live show. My friend Johnny and Jess of the show, because Jess has been spreading the podcast around back in PA at work. She's telling me the other day how she's been bringing it up to people, and we've obviously noticed more people coming in listening to the show. So Jess and Johnny are going to be getting some stuff.
Do you know what we could talk about? Because we talked like a good 20-30 minutes about it on our
what?
Bracket podcast. Let's talk about Godzilla, because we all love Godzilla. I'm so excited for Godzilla.
Oh yeah, there's a trailer coming out Sunday.
Yeah, did you see the fucking poster that James put in the chat?
I did see the poster.
Pretty hard to ignore it.
I'm excited.
I'm like conversation. I sit with all of them like.
I'm like.
It made my penis hard.
I am so excited.
It looked really upsetting to me. I don't think I'm gonna like it.
Michael, shut your fucking mouth.
I think it's gonna have his issues when it comes to the people portion, but when it comes to the fucking kaiju fights, it's gonna be great. This movie can only get a perfect out of me if King Kong tries to shove a tree down Godzilla's mouth. Like they did in the original one.
I'll accept that. My fear is that it's going to be a lot of miscellaneous bullshit with like the actual storyline, and I'm gonna get maybe a minute 30 of King Kong and Godzilla. My biggest fear is like, oh shit, Godzilla's on it. We need to do something to make Kong bigger, and then they make King Kong bigger, and then we cut back, and it's like Godzilla will be here in X amount of time.
But he's not actually. It's just all Kong.
And then Godzilla shows up and not actually fuck. Like, I get a minute 30 of like really, really shitty CGI monster fights, and it's gonna really upset me.
Everything you just heard from Michael is just how it's like to watch that movie, where you know what's going on because the people are just kind of there, and then they die.
Yep.
Long live the king. She gets melted. I mean, spoiler alert for Godzilla King of the Monsters, but can we just point that out that this girl, this lady, sure she causes the whole shit, but she sacrifices her life to get King Ghidorah, get his attention. But King Ghidorah doesn't kill her. Instead, Godzilla fucking melts her when he goes nuclear. And I think that's so funny, and no one's pointed it out. She totally gets melted by Godzilla.
What about the poor scientist who nukes himself to bring Godzilla back? Can we all just shed a tear for that poor bastard?
Oh no, it's great. That was thematic and beautiful. You know, his dad died from the nukes in Hiroshima.
Wait, Doctor, didn't she say something about your grandfather would be disappointed if you ever released a kaiju? I have brought shame to my family, but we have to stop Godzilla.
Let them fight. Dude, he's the best human character in all Godzilla movies because he's the fucking kaiju fanatic where he's just like, yeah, no, they're kaijus.
Yeah. But no, there's a lot of things going on about that movie though. There was talk of like Mecha Godzilla coming in, and I'm like, please no, just give me just Kong and Godzilla fighting, and I'm fine. I don't need you throwing them over.
You're so funny, Jared. How else are they gonna team up together and fight a single force so that way they're friends by the end of the movie?
I'm 100% certain that I talked about this like We just bring back the old formula. Just let Jim do it. We dub it in English, and then it's just a classic all over again.
Oh my God! It's Godzilla! Everybody run! We're running! Oh my God! Monkey!
We take Mike's idea and we evolve it. The monster fights are exactly the same, but we reshoot to the American audience.
Oh, the fucking helicopter!
No. You know what we need to do? We need to make it exactly what we talked about on Monday. I will release my super smart ape, Caesar, and he will help control our new Mecha Godzilla.
I mean, it makes sense. We have King Kong,
he has to drift with a new pilot,
king of the monsters, and then Caesar, the king of the apes. Like, it's all meant to be.
Thank God Samuel L. Jackson is here. You will drift with Caesar, and you will take control of Kong.
Unfortunately, Samuel L. Jackson's already dead in this universe.
Oh, fuck. Would he be? I thought he'd be like an old man. We can get him back.
Dude, he got squished by Kong.
I forgot.
He very much would not drift. We also lost Mike. But he's got... I
forgot he died.
Yeah. He tries to blow up Kong, and Kong fucking crushes him between his fists.
Yeah, hey, that would be the Shyamalan twist right there. And then he'd become... That's why he's glass.
That makes the opposite sense, because glass gets broken by everything. Jared.
Jesus Christ, Jared.
After my bones.
What's wrong with you?
They called me Mr. Glass.
The path of a righteous man. Fucking King Kong has a giant wall that says badass motherfucker on it for no reason. Like, he doesn't even have pockets. Why does he have a wallet?
A bunch of inspirational poster quotes.
Kong has a fucking hang in there poster in his cave. Where did he even get that? Oh man, Amazon ships everywhere nowadays.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh. So I also heard another thing about speaking of Naked Gun. The Seth MacFarlane reached out to Liam Neeson for a Naked Gun remake.
No.
Yeah, no, I wasn't very on board with that either. I'm like, the original Naked Guns are fine the way they are, and I don't. You don't need to remake them. There's no way to remake those the way that they were made. They're special for the time they were made, like Airplane.
Leslie Nelson is literally dead. You cannot make those movies.
That's true.
Where Liam Neeson said he was retiring too. So,
dude was in Star Wars. He doesn't act in anything ever again.
Yeah, that's true. They just call him for a cameo every now and again.
Voiceover work. He can make millions with voiceovers.
So to add to the drama with DC, by the way, and Warner Brothers, since they already just have so many fires going from their HBO Max release stuff, Zack Snyder has stated that he will not work with Warner Brothers Studios again after all the shit that happened with the Snyder Cut release stuff about that they wanted a series. There's a whole
I have an issue with this.
Oh, I do too.
It's fine to work with Warner Brothers again. Then I better not ever see you working for Warner Brothers again. Also, you didn't have to do this. You know that, right, Mr. Snyder? You did not have to do this. You chose to do this because people kept saying there was a Snyder Cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't have to. You chose. You're a sellout, essentially, is what you are.
Yeah, you could have just said Zack Snyder made this version, but you chose.
I mean, you would think it would just come down to the like the blatant racism in the Warner Brothers thing.
What? That doesn't exist. Anthony, we're gonna lose our sponsorship. I love Wonder Woman 84.
I stand with Ray Fisher. Suck my dick. You're cutting out Cyborg from the Flash movie. They're that petty. They would rather do that than apologize for mild racism if it was mild at best.
I might have committed some mild treason. That's fun. It's really fun. DC has Warner Brothers and DC they have so many fun things going on. I envy every one of their jobs. Every single one of them. So anyway, guys, while I have you all here, while we're all having a great time, we're all talking, we're all chatting, odd chatting, if you will. That's so good. We started our Patreon back up. We kind of let it run out. Not really run out, but we just kind of let it go do its thing. Because we're not huge. We don't really give that much shit. But it actually had an update. Well, they had an update. Apparently, they added like an annual and whatever plan. I don't give a shit about any of that, but apparently they updated with that, and I had to remake everything. So link on the screen here, patreon.com/O Oddcast, capital N, and you can find us on Patreon Oddcast Network. So go check us out there. If you feel like it, there's going to be bonus episodes we're doing. Swamp Man, Jeremy, and some other random characters we've had on Oddcast making appearances with short little bits that I'm going to be putting there. Possibly have those animated at some point. And Patreon will be the first place you'd see anything like that. It's kind of what we're going with. And I had an update about information with that, which was Monday shows took me longer to edit because we have been going extremely long.
Yeah,
with the brackets takes me longer.
Yeah,
but we also have
to be nice
things that we're doing. What's going to be nice?
It's going to be nice when we have a moment to reprieve for you and not have to have like a 2.5 hour episode.
Hey, I don't care however long episodes run for. They run. It doesn't matter to me. It's so they've been coming out a little bit later, and that's just because there's more things that we're doing. There's more things that we're trying to work with, and things we're trying, whatever. All of you for sticking with us with it. But Patreon.com, you'll be able to get episodes a little bit early. Bonus episodes, like I said, that we're doing are going to be going there. 10 Minute with Jokey Pants is going to be making a comeback at some point here. That's where they're going to be going.
Back.
Because it's kind of hard to fit it in here with everything we have going on. And 10 Minute with Jokey Pants was something that I was enjoying, and there's more people that I have to talk to, so that'll be making a return. So I just want to get that out of there. Shameless plug in the show. Thank all of you. Bad Dragon, come back to us. Anthony, what's going on with CLT Sandwich? Is there anything new?
CLT Sandwich. We had a little bit of a break this week just due to my personal illness. But we will be recording tomorrow for next week's episode. We are going to be going over Daedalus and Icarus.
Ooh, daddy.
Yeah, exactly. Icarus and his daddy.
Yes.
I don't like the way you said that, but that's fine.
It's fine. We all live.
Heather's friend Christine called your dad Daddy Kennedy, and it made me very uncomfortable. She meant it really innocently.
I know,
like,
that made me really uncomfortable.
It's like, go to daddy and get help. I'm like,
No.
This makes me laugh. We're all friends here. We all get along. We're not going to sit and murder each other sometime when we own an office and we just burn it down with all of each other inside.
I'm only going to fuck Jared's dad, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, only my dad. Speaking of which, you can go check him out if you got over on Amazon. If you haven't before, if you like horror. Just because I like shouting him out, because, I love him. That cheap old fucker.
Matter of fact, check him out if you hate horror, too.
Check him out.
Buy his book, read it, and then tell him how much you hate it.
Oh, believe me, he would love that. He legitimately would, because he thrives off of it. So we had the bracket Monday. James will be on there for that. It'll be good to have him back for the first time in a while. Seth, thank you for hanging out in the chat. I know you've been here and chatting us and hanging out, so thank you, Seth. I think James was in here at one point. You can catch me Saturday over on his YouTube channel. I'll be interviewing Chef Mike. I'm still can't believe that's happening.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna try to fucking be in the audience so I can fucking harass you, make you blush.
Oh yeah,
you make me come. I'll be so mad.
What time was that be? What time?
I believe 6:00 Eastern Standard Time. If I remember correctly, that is the correct time. You can follow us at Oddcast on Twitter, at CLT_sandwich, and at Beetle_cast. All three of us, you can find us. Don't forget that Patreon. Just get all that out now, because I always forget to do that, and I feel bad about it later. Also, Jeremy's okay, just so everyone knows. Hashtag thank you for service. He's doing okay. He's not sure when he's going to be able to fully walk again is the only problem he's having, because, burns suck. But he's alive still.
Which is good, because if he died on us, I'd have to kick his ass. It'd be a really awkward funeral.
Just pulling you off of a dead man's body that's falling out. Like the coffin.
First time I've seen
freaking out.
His mom since high school. Me kicking
his mom having a heart attack.
We cremated him. Well, looks like I'm fucking kicking some ashes.
Can I borrow
kill Jared?
What do we borrow? What are you borrowing with ashes for? Don't worry about it. I'm taking a pottery class later. I thought I'd take him to it. He always wanted to try pottery.
I'm going to turn him into a diamond. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to snort it.
No, I'm saying you turn him into a pot, and then we'll make you use your Legend of Zelda sword, and you'll smash him open. There won't be any rupees inside, but it'll be just as fulfilling.
And then we'll glue it back and smash it again.
Do you think that's what they all do, and that's why there's just constantly pots in houses there? Is that they're just constantly gluing it back together with magic or some shit, and Link just comes back and smashes them all again?
Well, Jared, you see, it comes down to the system limitations of the video game, where the loading time would reset it. It's a video game. There's no actual logic.
Can you just not let me have fun? You just kind of ruin everything for me, Dad.
I believe it was Michael Jones who once said, "It's a fucking video game." Who, by the way, big friend of Chef Mike, Michael Jones.
Well, shit. Fuck me. Speaking of video game shit, can we just take 1 second or whatever? Can we just Space Jam 2? What are your guys' thoughts on that? I've been meaning to ask you guys, what are your thoughts on Space Jam 2? I want to end the show out with that.
I just want to correct you on one thing, Jared.
Oh, sorry, Space Jam 2: The Legacy.
Well, no, I just want to correct, because you said in the group chat that is starring Kobe Bryant, who very much is deceased. It is starring LeBron James.
LeBron James. Thank God we all know sports. It'd be real awkward if none of us knew anything about sports.
Yeah, thank God that Jared didn't almost say
sticky wickets.
Space Jam is an okay movie. Everyone should watch Space Jam at least once.
Yeah, when's the last time you watched Space Jam?
The last time I watched Space Jam was.
When's the last time you watched Space Jam? Both of you guys. When's the last time you watched Space Jam?
September.
Yeah, like sat down and it was like your movie of the night. Watched the entire thing all the way through.
3 months ago.
Yeah, last year. Yeah.
Was it for a wedding or something, or did I miss a special that we didn't do together?
No, I just watched it.
I was about to say, there's every now and again I pick a random old movie and I watch it.
Oh, that's fine. The movie doesn't hold up like you think it does. There's a lot of nostalgia on that movie, and it doesn't hold up on anything. Like, that's the thing. As I thought about like doing this as a special as well. It's not a good movie. It's basically a love song to Michael Jackson when he was or Michael Jordan when he was in between jobs. I'm corrected. Michael Jordan when he was in between things and needed to make a quick $2 million to pay off some gambling debt.
Oh, Jack, don't you know I don't want to make 3-pointers no more.
Wow, good on that fucking rhyme digger. No, my favorite part about Space Jam is where they shut down the NBA due to because they were worried about a surprise illness, and it made me realize how unrealistic Space Jam was.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, they're not doing that. Even with a surprise illness,
anyway,
they'll make another play.
I will say Space Jam holds up better than Looney Tunes Back in Action.
How dare you disrespect Looney Tunes Back in Action?
I can't stand
Looney Tunes Back in Action. How dare you?
That movie is an abomination.
Every second of it.
The movie's a hot train wreck, and I don't like it as much. There's only a few moments here and there I like with Back in Action. However, Space Jam, I can watch start to end, and I don't know what it is about it, but I can watch that whole movie, and I find way more things that I liked about it. Hot mess and all. So Space Jam would be
Space Jam all the way through.
Oh, I can watch it all the way through. I love it.
It sounds like we need to have a movie night where we watch Space Jam all the way through.
I refuse. I won't be.
I can watch
both of them. I'll be on Twitter live tweeting about how much pain I am in.
But what about the Space Jam?
You haven't kill yourself yet. You're good.
No, this one might.
You won't. You won't die yet.
By the way, I just want to say, Mike,
shot nearby.
Your other Beetleborg came in. Your other Beetleborg disc came in. However, there is a scratch on it.
Fuck.
So you're gonna have to watch it to realize if you need a refund or not.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't know.
To be honest,
I didn't look at it, so it could be not as bad.
That's fine. I'm not really worried about it. Most of the episodes are on YouTube, and so the very end of Metallics, I don't want to spoil anything, but it doesn't really end. It just stops. Yeah, well, Anthony may or may not be on the last couple episodes, just depending on how timing works out, or even you at that time might be on an episode. But
Mike, I would love to be there for the finale.
Oh, Anthony, you don't. Trust me. You really don't. I watched it 3 days ago, and you really know.
Honored to be on your show in the future. I would be honored because I don't mind watching things that are terrible. I do that on a normal basis.
You say that.
I'm just gonna.
I do though.
Like, you guys will probably forget anyway. Do you mind if I spoil it, or do you not care?
Not at all.
Oh, please go for it.
Okay. So in Beetleborg's Metallics, in Anthony knows this, the whole idea of Beetleborg's Metallics, Art Fortune's brother Lester is creating monsters for the bad guys. So Art's doing stuff for the good guys. Lester is doing stuff for the bad guys. There's 2 new bad guys that are Art's creation, or that are Lester's creations that get brought to life. And the Magnivores, Anthony knows about the Magnivores. They're not in the second season.
Yeah.
The very last episode, Lester, who the bad guys have broken out of jail, is working for them, like I said, making creatures. In the very last episode, he says, "No, screw this. I'm going back to jail," and then walks out of the crypt. And that's the final shot of the whole series.
That's
wow.
That's disappointing.
It was. I remember so little of this, and even I was like, I don't understand. So it's just over? Yeah, it's just over. They just stopped making Beetleborgs.
It's just over. It's your
It's
freedom.
just over. No, they still have all the like I said. That is the last scene. We don't even cut back to like the Beetleborgs, or maybe we do, and it's just like one of those stupid chase sequences. And like that's it. They still have powers. They still are Beetleborg. It's just it killed me to watch. It killed me to watch it, but I knew there were things in the second season that I needed to catch up on. Because like we've talked about, Netflix is taking off most things, VR Troopers and all that kind of stuff off of February 1st. So there are certain memories that I have that I needed to make sure that I was remembering correctly, and I'm not, and I regret going back and watching them because holy fuck are they bad. But
so when Heather fucking calls you out on it, you can be like, I'm right.
Hey, Anthony, I'm still not entirely sure if Josh actually moves or not. I'm really worried. I actually don't know.
Is he still there?
I thought I read it somewhere, but now in the next couple episodes, I might just be effed and she's going to yell at me. So, yeah.
God, I forget what's the last name of that show?
Baldwin. Josh Baldwin.
What?
He's just not there anymore, and it's kind of scary because, like I said, Heather's the first one to call me out on my bullshit, even though it's not my fault if the Wikipedia is wrong. So that's what I'm dealing with. Season 2 is going to be better, though. We're going to watch a good show. And then Season 3 is going to be even better because I'm going to make Heather watch a really, really bad show.
Heather might die, Anthony. What are you going to do losing your wife? Necrophilia?
I will probably be depressed for many years. I will have to rent out at least 2 rooms.
At least 2 rooms.
What would you do?
The basement. I mean, you could easily. Jared would take the basement in a heartbeat. So
I would take the basement immediately.
And
I'll be up there tomorrow, bitches, with my van.
I'm sure in like 10 more years I'll be ready to move on. Or when first time Jared's asleep and I see that supple anus.
Oh, please, no, not my anus. No, but I would take the basement because it's dark, cold, and decrepit and reminds me of myself and my home. I belong with the frogs. Anyway, so hashtag Stayodd. Follow us at OddCast at CLT_sandwich at Beetle_cast. We'll catch all of you Monday, and I'll catch some of you Saturday, and then Sunday, Monday, whenever the fuck Fireside comes out. I don't know anymore. I'm not in charge of that. That's all Husky Baby. So hit him up, ACS_Husk. Guys, anything you want to tell the fans? Is there anybody that watches this? Even if you're not a fan, go fuck yourself anyway. Anything you want to tell them?
No.
Yeah. I do.
Actually,
all right, going twice.
I got it.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Joe Exotic thought he was going to get a pardon and his crew got him a limo, and then he didn't.
It was so good.
I saw that shit. He got a limo and everything.
I fucking love it.
Which at first it was funny. It's funny that they got the limo for a minute. It's even funnier that he didn't get the pardon. First off, he fucking shouldn't. So yeah, he abused tigers. So fuck Joe Exotic. But that's all I wanted to say.
On news like that, I actually found out from from Good Mythical Morning. Funny enough, Rhett and Link were talking about Rhett was talking about he made a video thing for his wife, and they got one of the guys who was on Tiger King for a segment in there from Cameo, and the dude said that there's a season 2 of Tiger King coming, and that he's like promoting that with Cameo stuff.
I love that.
That's fucking great. That's just what we need a year into this pandemic. That's what we need a year into this pandemic is more fucking Tiger King.
No, wait. They should hold off on season 2 until the pandemic is just about over. We started this pandemic with Tiger King. We should end it with Tiger King.
Yeah. That's what it's looking like. I don't know what the hell season 2 even has. What the hell would you even do?
There's still large parks like that out there that they can talk about. So,
okay.
I mean, it could be Tiger King season 2, and it's like Alligator Ranch. So who knows? Like, it doesn't have to be Tiger.
Crocodile Dundee seemed like the perfect family man.
It's like American Vandal.
I fucking regret bringing that up. Holy shit, I just said something else.
Don't worry.
But one stingray found his dirty little secret.
Wow. Okay, first off, you're making a Crocodile Dundee joke, and that was okay. Not cool, Boo Boo. Not cool.
Well, on that note, everybody, stay on. Stay on, stay happy, and we'll catch you Monday. That's all I gotta say. Goodbye. Goodbye. Anthony, go fuck yourself.